You're trying to confuse me. Hi, guys. We are here for Ask Amy. Dale is making things awkward as per usual.
Talking to you about something.
He's looking at his journal and reading me poems from his journal that he wrote. Yeah.
I wrote you
sonnets. Yeah. Thanks for being here. If you haven't already, subscribe with the subscribe button for our YouTube page. And I think we're ready for some questions. What do you got, Tim?
We are. Our first question is from Kathy. She wants to know how the donkeys are doing.
The donkeys are doing really well. They've settled in, and they're all like best friends now. I was just telling Dale that I took a walk yesterday, and they all have pollen up their nose like we all do, but they're having a great time.
Yeah, they're getting along together.
They're all getting along, yeah.
That's awesome. Our next question is from Travis. With it being Throwback weekend at Darlington, Amy, I have to ask you what you thought about Dale's frosted tips back in the day.
So it's funny. It feels like that's like a totally different human being that existed back then, because the version of Dale that was then is definitely not the version of Dale I have now. I think any guy that frosted their hair
Careful.
was a little silly.
Careful.
I can't imagine him doing that, to be honest, which is why I feel like it's a totally different guy.
This is in style.
Yeah.
It was the style.
It was. I know. But like, I have to schedule his haircuts now. He refuses to even go. But back then, he was going regularly to get his tips frosted. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just,
It was painful.
yeah, he pulled it through the cap, didn't they?
Put the cap on and they poke in there.
Yeah, they don't
pull the
use
hair
those
out.
anymore.
And they will always poke you. They don't have to go. They don't have to hurt you, but they.
They
That
get like a
little
crochet hook. Yeah. It is painful.
That is
I
funny.
don't know.
That is funny. Speaking of which, like, one of the question is from Jake. The broadcast, I guess, was showing a lot of clips of Dale's last Martinsville win. And he wants to know, do you have a favorite victory of Dale's that you were a part of?
That one was pretty up there.
Yeah.
I was there for the 500 win in Daytona, and that was epic too. That whole week was epic because it like is followed by media and traveling all over the place, and you just don't really know how to wrap your head around all the things that are about to happen. Especially me, I've never done it before. But Martinsville was really special. We thought that stage was going to collapse because the guys were jumping up and down so hard, and the
Clock's about
clocks
to fall over.
rocking all over the place.
Yeah.
So that one was really good.
That's good. It's got the best trophy, too.
It is a cool trophy.
Yeah.
What was your favorite post-race party?
I don't remember any of them, to be honest.
me and Latart were talking yesterday. So when we won, we always went back home and drank till the sun came up.
Yeah.
And the biggest post-race party that we had was after a third place run at Sonoma.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We partied harder over that third place run at Sonoma than we did any of the wins.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
This next question is from Ronnie. I just became a grandpa for the first time, but I'm too young to be called grandpa. What should I go by? And what did you guys call your grandparents?
Well, congratulations. That's so sweet. Well, I have a granddaddy and a pawpaw. Both are still with us.
Yeah.
You had a granddaddy, and we refer to Dale Sr. as Pawpaw Dale also.
Papaw.
Papaw.
Papaw. I like Papaw. I like Pops, so we call Tony Sr. Pops.
Pops.
My dad is Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pops.
I don't know. Sometimes you gotta wait till just see if the babies do it for you.
Yeah, they'll usually come up with
They
what
come
would
up with
call
something
you.
cool, and
You
maybe
don't-
something cooler than you would have. So you gotta.
Yeah, I don't
you can
think
wait.
Unfortunately, I don't think he gets to choose.
Yeah, just whatever they do.
Yeah.
I think in the north it is more traditional grandpa and grandma, but down south there's a lot different names.
Yeah, Meemaw, Peepaw, and it usually kind of goes together like that.
Where are you from?
Long Island, New York.
Yeah, you guys also say dungarees.
Dunkarees, yeah.
Yeah.
My dad says that.
Really?
Such a weird word. So I was like, how many freaking syllables is that? Instead of just pants
Jeans?
or jeans.
I know. I don't even. Well, I think
Dungarees.
dungarees and jeans are different. Apparently,
I remember
Well,
we had,
Dungarees was a brand.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I remember we had this nanny back when we were kids that she said dungarees, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in hell.
I'm in Hale.
Hell.
Oh my god. Our next question, Josh. He's having baby number 2. It's on the way. It'll be 2 under 2, and he wants to know how different is it going from 1 girl to 2 girls.
Oh, Josh, I'm gonna pray for you and your soul. I'm just kidding. 2 girls is great, but 2 under 2, that's a lot. I will say this: it's life-changing having the first baby, and not so hard having another one, because you just know what you're doing. but the dynamic changes forever in the house because the first child has to now compete with the second child for attention, and the baby's nap schedule and all the things kind of take precedence. So everybody's got to be quiet where they didn't before. It's just a little harder that way. I don't know. 2 girls it's working out for us, but it's a lot. Like 1 is 1. I've heard this before, and it's true. 1 is 1 and 2 is 20. The energy level is, very big.
Yeah.
It's very big difference between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think.
I've heard like Brad Keselowski say it's like the more he had, the more it's like you don't have enough arms or hands for all of them. You're just kind of like you're hoping.
I know.
Kind of hang
I know.
out playing zone or whatever is the
Yeah.
famous quote. Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine that.
Yeah.
So.
But it's not bad. It's not that hard, and with them being so close together in age, they're going to be best friends. So that's really good.
Yeah, 202 seems like that's
Yeah.
when they get older, they can almost take care of themselves. at that
Absolutely.
point. Dale, any contact lens update is another one that come in the chat. They want to know about your contact lenses.
We're not doing it.
They're still in the bag. All the little boxes are still in the bag from the optometrist,
Yeah.
sitting in the bathroom, like a bag of shame.
Yeah. What's the holdup?
Well, there's a couple things. My vision isn't as good with them in as it is with glass. I mean, I think I actually see better without the contact. When I put the contacts lens in, my vision at distance gets worse. And so
I feel like we just need to revisit the actual
I
prescription.
think I need to go back and just give it a start from scratch with my eye doctor and see how that goes, because when they told me, they're like, you're not going to see as good as you can with your glasses. Your glasses are always going to be better, right? And that's what they're telling me. They're like, your glasses are just always going to be clearer. And that's true. But I do get tired of like having them on my face. And so it would be nice to get to where I could wear the contact lenses. But when I put them in, I see worse than even without lenses altogether. Right? So something's just not quite right there. But, yeah. I remember when I put them in, and I was at the doctor's office, and I put them in, and I looked outside, and I was like, I was about to walk out the door. They were like, "All right, have a great day." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And I got to the door, and I looked out the window, and I was like, I can't, everything across the street's blurry. And I stopped, and I turned around, and I was like, "Hey, y'all, like everything at like 200, 300, 500 yards is real blurry. Like it's not clear at all." They're like, "Come back in here." And I went back in there, and we messed around, and I just never got satisfied with that. And I'd just rather not wear anything and just have some readers than to wear contacts that make me see worse.
Yeah.
He doesn't like touching his eye either. Like that.
Amy has to
putting
put them in. Amy has to take them out.
Too much for him.
I could get that down, I think, eventually, but it's a tough thing, man, trying to get that thing in there.
There's a learning curve. For sure. Our last question in the chat is they want to know if you guys, who cooks the most at home, and what is your favorite meal that you cook?
I absolutely cook the most at home.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I showed Dale my cards too early with cooking because, I did. When we were dating, I started cooking mostly just because I didn't want to eat pizza and chicken wings.
Yeah.
And he'll eat anything I make for the most part. But his favorite meal, I think, is the buffalo chicken soup. Anything buffaloed, he loves.
Yeah.
He's been grilling steaks, though, lately. And so we're trying to make the girls just eat what we're eating instead of catering to them. So he's been in the kitchen a little bit more lately. Yeah,
I've been doing the steaks in a skillet and sear on the skillet and then into the oven for about 8 minutes and just been having fun with that. But not really going outdoors just yet, but it's about that time of year, we're start going out. I've been wanting to smoke some ribs or something here over on a Sunday, so maybe this weekend we'll do something. But
what is your favorite thing that I make?
Yeah, that's my mother used to make that what was that casserole?
I don't know. So it's got mushrooms in it, which is why I don't make it.
Chicken something.
It was like basically like an Alfredo style.
Yeah, it was so
casserole
good.
with chicken,
she used to make one, and I'd eat on that for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of my favorite thing that she made. But Amy, Amy cooks all kinds of awesome stuff. I would say, weren't we doing some like that peanut sauce noodles stuff?
Like a Thai peanut.
Yeah, I love that. Anytime you're doing that stuff. But yeah, she's right. There's a buffalo soup dish that she makes. It's really good. But yeah,
I haven't made that in a while.
No, there's not like a dish that's like super badass that stands out.
Damn.
There's just a lot of. I mean,
They're all good.
He's
That's
like, I'm
what
fed, I'm fine.
No, yeah, they're all good, and everything she cooks always tastes great, and she's always trying something different. Kenny, my coach driver, his salmon is very simple and basic, and anyone can do it. I know that it's not anything trick. He puts it in the fryer and the air fryer, but it's always perfect.
Yeah.
And he was a cook, so
he had a
kinda
restaurant
knows-
at one
yeah, he had a
point.
restaurant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's got a leg up.
Oh, that's good.
So that air fryer salmon that Kenny cooks is amazing. I don't know why, but it's so simple.
Would you guys consider you guys foodies? Like you're really into food? Or is
I
it
like
more-
food, yeah.
I think
Which
so.
is why I'm always cooking different things.
Yeah.
I don't want to get bored.
Trying new
think so.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a good way to stop asking me.
Yeah. Thank you guys for all your questions. Dale and I have had a great show, and thank you for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and also check out shop.dirtymomedia.com for any of our new merch. All of the shows now have merch, so check that out, and we will see you next week.